seat, sit down, make yourselves at home. Welcome, welcome. We have some wonderful people with us today. Actor Michael Riley is here. He plays Brent Parker in the CTV show Power Play. He's also been in such films as, and I think this is one of the best films that I've seen in a long time, Steven Spielberg's Amistad. Did you see that? That amazing film. He was also in French Kiss with Meg Ryan. He's also up for Best Supporting Actor in the for a Genie Award for the Canadian film Pale Saints. And the Genies happen to be announced on his birthday, which is February the 4th. So I figure he's got to win, man. You got to give it. It's a birthday present here, you know? If your dream is to be an actor, anybody here got that dream? Not 1, 2, 3. Okay, so like a third of this room wants to be actors, and half of those are fibbing. I can tell. I didn't mean. I just put my hand. How many really want to be actors here? Come on. Oh, wow, okay. Well, this is a man to pay close attention to if you're one of these people and you're sitting out there watching. This man is one of this country's most versatile actors. He's very accomplished on the big screen and on the little screen, the one you're watching now. You may know him from films such as Perfectly Normal, French Kiss, and his starring role as Brent Parker on CTV's hit series Power Play. Please welcome Gemini Award-winning actor Mr. Michael Riley. People come out, stand up, and you go, shall we hug? Shall we kiss? Did you go through that too? Shall we shake hands?
Sure.
How you doing?
How you doing?
There we go.
Oh.
Okay. Oh. They're all men on the show today, so you know, you're a woman, you want to get into that thing. How many people in this country do you really think want to be actors?
Oh,
like,
God, I don't know.
I mean, is it a dream of millions of people?
It wasn't mine to begin with, by any means. I wanted to be an airline pilot. That's what I was going to do.
Really?
Yeah,
so what
for a
happened?
long time. I met a theater teacher in high school who kind of just poured me into this whole new world. You know, you're in high school and you're up to, you know, everyone in this room knows this. You sit there in the library and you fill out credits, 13 credits I got to get between now and so and so. And I just remember sitting there and filling out, like, you know, wood shop and gym and just, you know, I wanted 32 easy credits.
Yeah,
and
just much like a lot of us, right?
Exactly. And I remember someone just said, oh, fill out theater, you just lie on the floor and make noises and you get a credit for it. So I did, and then it ended up becoming kind of the most challenging thing that I did because of this woman, Kate Roberts. I went to school in Burlington, Ontario.
It's amazing how somebody like that, I do believe that teachers have the most difficult job in the world, and probably one of the most responsible. They spend more time with our children than we do in a day.
Yeah.
And they can influence and change people's lives.
Totally.
And then they got to put up with all the insanity that goes on in these schools. You know?
Yeah.
The teachers out here go, oh, thank God, I'm so happy she's saying that. It's true, but it's so true.
Yeah.
And one of them can change your life like that.
And it's like total luck of the draw. I mean, I don't think I would be an actor if I hadn't met her, if we hadn't kind of come together at that time. You know, because it was usually, like, especially for theater teachers, they're, you know, the gym teacher with the 3-week drama course or whatever, and you don't, you know, this woman had a very kind of, you know, specific work ethic about why she did what she did, and
she saw your talent?
I suppose.
Well, she must, yeah. Have you seen her since you've become this?
Yeah, I've gone back a few times. I'm due to go back again, actually. I'd like to go back and say hi to her for a while, because I was living in Los Angeles for 8 years, so I didn't really come back.
You're selling your place in L.A., you're coming home.
Coming home.
How come? What happened?
Well, just kind of reached my threshold there for tolerating the place in a way.
Why?
I mean,
you don't want to live with earthquakes and fires anymore, Michael? What's the matter?
The first year that we were there, it was, I think it was 90 or 91, and it was the floods, the fires, the earthquakes, the riots. It was everything but locusts the first year. So we were just, you know, just kind of taken aback by it. But then the scary thing about the place is that you get just kind of lulled into this false sense of, you know, it's a nice day, it's a nice day, it's a nice day, it's a nice day. There's no change of season, you know. like living here, of course, I get addicted to the, if the leaves don't change color, then a year hasn't gone by. And in LA, 8 years can go by like that because it's just...
It's just another nice
Yeah.
day, of course, with an earthquake or a fire or flood flown in.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
amazing. You went to, this is a man who didn't start off to be an actor, right, as we just heard, but then ended up once pursuing it and went to one of our most prestigious schools?
I went to the National Theatre School.
Is
in
that
Canada, yeah.
that's like the school in Canada to get into, right?
Yeah, I guess it's the National Conservatory schools, like the National Ballet School, or yeah. But it's yeah, it went to 3 years. It's in Montreal.
2,000 people auditioned and 18 get in.
It's around 18 a year, I think, to get in.
That's amazing,
yeah.
and there's usually about
People.
2,000 people. That's incredible.
Yeah, yeah, and I think the ages are 18 to 36. So like that's the kind of the space that they give. And I was 18 at the time. I went right from high school from this woman's class, and I think the oldest person in my class at the time was 36, which is that's how old I am now. It's kind of hard to imagine.
And you went through that process, and you were one of 18 selected.
Yeah, and then I think we graduated 12. I think that because
You mean like they said if you don't stay up with it, sorry, you're not making the grade here.
Yeah, there's that was always the tense part of the end of the year when you sit there and people go in for their meetings and you might get cut
That's weird in such a.
Yeah.
I was going to say, what do you call acting? It's not a sport. It's such an occupation
Yeah.
where talent is just somebody's objective viewpoint. How do these? Has there ever been anybody that they came out and said, "Look, I'm sorry, you can't stay here, Sean Connery. You've got no talent." I mean, was there anybody they rejected who was amazing?
I'm sure, like that. I don't really understand the criteria. I think it was more to do with, you get 12 actors from all different ages and all different backgrounds. Some people had gone through, some university courses and then had gone to the theater school. Some people had worked professionally and then gone to the theater school. So it's more like this core group that either, excuse me, forms, and you either live inside that core and you
Right.
rise to that level that the core group is doing, or you fall right at the periphery. So I think it's more to do with the group dynamic.
I guess like everybody, I did a little acting in my life, but I don't understand it. So therefore I want to ask you to explain to me. This is a man who is so versatile that when his compilation tape was shown to agents, they thought that it was in fact a compilation tape of different actors. They didn't realize it was the same man changing roles so much. So when you act, can you tell me what it is you do? Can you define?
I think that
In your head, do you become somebody else? Do you know you're pretending? When you're doing it, are you actually being that other person, or am I anywhere near what you do?
God, I mean, I could go on for hours about just that idea, but I think it's more to do with, just two different kind of philosophies. Like there's, like that tape thing, for instance. I think that had to do with, this idea of, character actors. You're either a personality actor or you're a character actor. And, you either play yourself over and over again or you're a character actor, which is like the funny butler or something. I never understood that delineation because I think every actor is a character actor because every role that you take on is a character. So there's a sense of starting from absolute scratch. And I think that, that would be the easiest way to say that yes, it's me playing the role, but there's also, you come to it so fresh that there's going to be pieces of me that are required. There's going to be pieces of me that just have to go away for 8 weeks. And then, that's what I like about it the most, is that it's a new process each time, really.
Okay, we're going to take a commercial break. I sort of got half my answer, but I would still like to know what you do in your head when you're acting somebody. If you could explain.
In their head. Okay, but
Oh,
anyway.
what they're doing in their head. When you become them, it's what they're doing in their head.
Yeah, exactly.
I sort of got that. We'll be back just a minute with Michael Riley. So we come to Canadian comedians who are making it big south of the border.
I'm standing in the men's room with this guy, okay? We're shooting the breeze.
Okay, I'm drawing a mental picture here, and I don't like it.
Next thing I know, I'm up on tampering charges. Can you believe that? Tampering. As if I would ever try to lure a guy away from his own team. Can you imagine me doing something like that?
I'm the wrong one to ask.
It doesn't even look like you. Of course, you don't have all of this. This show has just finished its first season. You're in hiatus. Mm-hmm. It did really well.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And now we're waiting.
Now that's the hardest part, waiting, yeah.
And we're waiting to see, do they want us for next year
Yeah.
or not? Yeah.
It's odd kind of actor limbo because I took all my research material and everything about Brett Parker and stuffed it in a big box marked Brett, and I just shoved it in the closet thinking, I'm either going to open this up in, 10 years from now, whimsically looking through at that experience, or I'm going to have to reopen it up and actually do some archaeology and get this character back on his feet again, like a couple of months from now. So.
You must have a whole bunch of boxes in your cover.
I got a lot of boxes, yeah.
How did you get the role on Power Play?
I just auditioned, I was in LA at the time. I think when I first saw the script, and wasn't really, because I was living there and based there, and wasn't really interested in doing series. That series kind of scared me a little bit, to play one character for so long, and but inevitably I found myself back in this neck of the woods and just kind of went in near the end of the process. And
I know that you're not a big fan of hockey, so you had to do a lot of research. You bought the beer and pizza, and your friends gave you the statistics.
Exiled from the country for saying I'm not a big fan of hockey. No, I am a hockey fan, but I just
There's lots of us in this country who aren't big hockey fans. Not everybody is. Yeah. See, look,
No, I've
those are the hockey fans. There was very small.
I've got a great appreciation for the game now, and when I was doing my research for Power Play, the playoffs were on at the time, so.
Yep.
I had plenty of friends who said, if you supply the beer and the pizza, I'll tell you everything you ever want to know about hockey. So I frequent visits to the Hockey Hall of Fame and dealing with sports agents and stuff. It was...
You got to act with one of my favorite people, and I guess everybody... I don't know if everybody in this country loves hockey, but I know everybody in this country loves Gordon Pinsent.
Right.
He's like one of the most wonderful people.
Yeah.
If you look up in the dictionary under the word charismatic, they got a little picture of Gordon Pinsent. Yeah, he's got that nice thing about him.
And I've worked with him 3 times now, and he's an amazing guy to work with. And you meet him as this icon that he is of,
Yeah, we're no worthy.
And then you meet him, and he's just the most down-to-earth, kind of hard-working, diligent, comes in, and it just is playful. And I did a thing for CBC where I played his son, and that he wrote, and he was very proficient at kind of taking off the writer hat and putting the actor hat on.
Yeah, he's very talented.
Yeah.
I want to go back. We were talking when you were away in commercial break about how you create a character, and you were saying that you played a man who was brain injured, and you went into some groups and actually spent a lot of time with people. But you took him out. That's what you said. You can take him out, meaning the character.
Yeah.
You went out as a brain-injured person.
Yeah. I did my research in Toronto for that, and I went to a Daniel Freeman Hospital in LA. It was really good about sitting down with them, and I got to spend 2 or 3 days with some brain-injured people, and got to do some physical therapy stuff with the guy, because it was a very physical kind of role. And I just knew that when he was up and ready to be on his own, it sounds very weird.
See, that's the character he's talking about. When he is up and ready to be on his own, you step into him.
Well, in a way, I put him on, and I go out, and I go to a restaurant or I go to a bar, and this was a very specific handicapped guy, so the reactions that you glean from people in public end up telling me so much more about the character than I ever could have.
Okay, so you're in the bar and you're doing this thing. Mm-hmm. He's out there in the bar.
Yeah.
While he's out there in the bar and you're him in there, mm-hmm. Are you analyzing what's happening? Okay, let's see how or are you just lost in being him? Can you actually get lost in him?
It's like you get to the end of a scene sometimes, or the end of playing a piece on the piano, or the end of a dance or whatever, and I think some people just go into the wings and just go, I'm not sure what just happened there, but yeah, I think that was good. In hindsight, you kind of know.
Wow,
it
gets that wild. You just
I think so.
You can lose yourself.
But it's like a good show. Like we're totally in this mode right now. But you can go back but we're not analyzing it. Like I'm not over here going, that's going well with Dini, and you know what I mean. Like we're just here. So it's like the same with the character. You kind of like I say. I mean, some people, because he was severely handicapped, some people would be kind of rude, and I just saw their thing right away. Like how long it took Dodie to order a beer was just in a busy bar with a busy bartender was just too much for them to handle, and you could feel Dodie getting frustrated that people are looking at him. And then I went to a restaurant and had lunch as this character, and then this woman, without being condescending at all or anything, she came over and she was like, she spotted right away that this guy, has a problem, and he was like, she came over and she went through the menu with me without being condescending, find out what I wanted. When she counted my change back, she counted very carefully. Kind, yeah. And it was like, and that totally affected how, you know, how he felt about himself and how he went into the world. So yeah, I've always kind of done that.
What a fascinating thing. You know, when you talk about it in great actors and people who do that, it's like you have to have, from my, just as how I'm hearing you and understanding, because I am not an actor, you would need a special kind of mindset perspective. Because when I watch movies, I can tell when they're acting. I hate it.
Yeah, yeah.
I hate it when I can tell they're acting.
No.
I know when they're just, like Harrison Ford is always Harrison Ford. But there are some people that for a second suspend my disbelief,
right.
and like I'm with them. I believe what they're saying.
And the play's the thing,
and that's
you know,
amazing.
You know, and I think Harrison Ford's a great actor.
He is, but
it's, you know, it's like whether you're serving the piece or not. You know, like whether you can just sit and. I don't want to go. I don't go to a movie to see Harrison Ford. When I go to a movie to see Daniel Day-Lewis or Gary Oldman or Sean Penn, I go there knowing that I'm not going to see Sean Penn, Daniel Day-Lewis, or Gary Oldman.
Damn, Sean Penn is good.
Yeah, he's great.
You know who's good, who suspends my disbelief that surprised me? Is Brad Pitt.
Yeah, yeah.
He's good.
I think he's kind of fighting a thing that
because he's so beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
The curse
but he
of
doesn't
being
want to do that. I mean, I think he is very serious. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's a very good actor. Who do you admire in today's? When you look at the big screen, who do you think of the young actors, actresses?
I'd watch those people I named. I'd watch anything Anthony Hopkins does. You know.
Yeah, okay.
I just think that
Anthony Hopkins breathing for an hour.
Yeah. And it's funnily enough, not to, I mean, it's not an irony. I think that those are all Brits I named. I mean, the Gary Oldman, the Daniel Day-Lewis, the Anthony Hopkins, the Jeremy Irons.
Brilliant, eh?
Yeah, they come from a theatrical tradition, and that's what I think I like about them most, is that they bring, you know. Nixon is a very theatrical. What Hopkins did was very theatrical in that piece, but yet it's totally a film performance. It's a small paintbrush. You know?
My last question. Now that people have met you, and they know that you're an actor, you've done a lot of big screen stuff, if they're going to go out and rent a couple of movies this weekend that you would like them to see you in, which ones would you recommend I go get?
Wow. I'm proud of Perfectly Normal. That was the first feature that I did.
Perfectly Normal, okay.
And just something totally opposite. And God Spoke. There's a.
And God Spoke.
Yeah, it's a kind of a Spinal Tap mockumentary about the filmmaking business. Very funny.
Okay, by the way, on your birthday when you win the Gemini, it's my psychic prediction.
Yeah.
It's your birthday.
I don't think I'll win.
Well, you could get up and you could just sing happy birthday to me and thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Michael and Power Play, which airs every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. on the CTV television network. We're back. That was wonderful. I really enjoyed